You've spent your whole life being told that a messy house is a moral failure, that if you just had more discipline, the laundry would be folded, the mail wouldn't be a mountain, the kitchen would stay clean for more than 2 hours. But here is the truth nobody told you. You aren't lazy. You aren't broken. You're just fighting a war against a brain that wasn't built for linear organization. Most home advice is written for people whose brain has a built-in ringmaster. One voice that directs attention, makes decisions, and keeps things moving. For us, it's a raucous committee where everyone is shouting at once and nobody is in charge. Today, I'm breaking the shame cycle. These are the 10 rules for a home that actually works with your ADHD brain. Systems designed for your lowest energy, worst brain days. Because if your system only works when you're motivated, it isn't a system. It's a trap. And Rule 4 is the one that most people with ADHD have never heard, but it changes everything. Rule number 1, every room needs a drop zone. ADHD brains create piles naturally. Not because we're lazy, but because finding a permanent home for every object requires a decision. And decisions are exhausting. So stop fighting the pile. Contain it. A basket, a tray, a bin. Put it exactly where the pile already forms. If the clutter has a cage, it stops being a mess and starts being a deal with it later. Rule number 2, every surface needs a job. Empty counters are clutter magnets because they don't have a purpose. Give every surface a job. A coffee station where the pods, mugs, and sugar never leave. A desk that is for work only. A table that is for eating only. When a surface has a job, your brain recognizes when something doesn't belong there. Rule number 3, duplicate everything. Here's what happens without this rule. You need scissors, you go to the kitchen, you pass the TV. The TV reminds you of a show, you check your phone. 30 minutes later, you've forgotten the scissors. This is called the fetch cost. And it destroys ADHD productivity every single day. The fix? Duplicate everything. Chargers in every room, scissors in every room. It's not clutter, it's externalized executive function. Rule number 4, store things at the point of failure. This is the one nobody talks about. Don't store things where they belong, store them where you fail. Trash accumulates on the couch? Put a trash can next to the couch. Clothes pile up on the bedroom floor? Put a hamper exactly where the pile forms. Solve the problem where it happens, not where Pinterest says it should be solved. Rule number 5, one place for all paper. Paper is micro-stress. Every bill, every receipt, every form represents an unfinished decision. And unfinished decisions spread. They multiply, they take over every flat surface in your home. The fix is simple. One tray, one box. All paper goes there. No sorting, no thinking. You deal with it when you have the mental energy, not when you're exhausted and walking through the door. Rule number 6, stop folding things that don't wrinkle. Laundry has too many steps: sorting, washing, drying, folding, putting away. That's a chain, and chains break at the weakest link. For most people with ADHD, the weakest link is folding. So stop. Use open bins for socks, gym clothes, and underwear. No folding, no matching. Less steps equals more dopamine. And more dopamine equals a system that actually works. Rule number 7, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. This isn't a metaphor. For ADHD brains, object permanence is genuinely different. When something is behind a closed cabinet door, your brain forgets it exists. This is why you have 3 boxes of cereal and no idea where your headphones are. The fix? Visual systems. Clear bins, open shelving, labels on everything. Your home should remind you where things are, so your brain doesn't have to. Rule number 8, the doom box is not your enemy. We've all felt the shame of the doom box, that box of random items that doesn't have a home. But Rule 8 says, the doom box is a tool when guests are coming. When you're overwhelmed, when you can't process one more decision, sweep everything into a box, move it, be done. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is the ability to function right now. Rule number 9, you're here. I'll see you in the next one.